Alrighty, now I want you to try some problems with me. So write these down in your journal. We have 34 times 6. I know that I need to find the expanded form of those, which would be 30 plus 4, because that 3 is worth 30, the 4 is worth 4, and the 6 is worth 6. And then we are going to write that on our box so that we can solve it using area with 30 plus 4, putting 1 over each box, and then my 6 on the side. We know with area we do length times width, so I'm going to take both of these numbers and I'm going to move them down and over into the boxes. So I will take 30 down and 4 down, and then my 6 will go into the first box and it will go into the second box. And I know from the symbol right on over here that I am going to multiply these numbers together. To solve the first one, I know that I can ignore the 0 at first and go 6 times 3 is 18. Then because of that 0, I need to move it up a place value, making it 180. For the next box, I will go 4 times 6, which is 24. Then I have to add these together to get my total answer. Remember, even if you can do this in your head, it's best to write it off to the side for when we get to larger numbers. So I'll take 180 and 24, and I'm going to add those together. I know 4 plus 0 is 4, 8 plus 2 is 10, so I need to carry my 1 and bring down my 0. Then 1 plus 1 equals 2. So your final answer is 204. Let's try another one together. Your next one is 9 times 72. Same thing, we need to figure out the value of these. So I know the 7 in 72 is worth 70, and the 2 is worth 2. The 9 is worth 9, and I am going to rewrite those on top of the boxes, making sure that there's 1 on top of each box. So we have 70 plus 2, because that's our 72, times 9. We know area is length times width, so that means I have to multiply this side by this side, and this side by this side. So I bring down my 70 and my 2, then I'll bring over my 9 into the first box, and my 9 into the second box. Now what operation do we need to do with these? Yep, we need to multiply. In the first box, I know I ignore that 0, but then I have to add it back on in the end. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 1 0 gives me 630. 9 times 2 is 18. Now what do I need to do with these? Yes, I need to add them, so I'm going to rewrite them on the side. And I like to put the biggest place value on the bottom just so that I know that my place values are lined up when I go to add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 plus nothing is 6. So my answer is 648. Let's try another one together. Now we have 4 times 94. And I know that my 9 is worth 90, and my 4 is worth 4. So that's why it's 94 across the top. And I'm multiplying it by 4. And since it's area model, we have to multiply length times width, which means we'll bring down and over, and down and over. So bring down your 90 and your 4. Bring over your 4, and then you're going to have to bring that 4 over again because it has to go all the way across. It goes all the way down, all the way over. And then we are going to multiply. With that first box, I know I can just do 9 times 4 and then add a 0 onto the end, which would give me 360. Then 4 times 4 in this box is 16. I will stack those numbers off to the side to be able to add them together to get my total answer. I know 6 plus 0 is 6, 1 plus 6 is 7, and 3 plus nothing is 3, which gave me an answer of 376. Now on this one, I'm going to pause for a little bit. I'm going to have you see how you can do on some of the steps and let you think about it. So I gave you the first step for you. We have 38 times 6. I'm going to take 30 plus 8, because the 3 is worth 30, the 8 is worth 8, times 6. I want you to go ahead and show me what the next step would be. If you took your numbers down and over, because it's area model, give yourself a little pat on the back. Good job. You should take your 30 down and your 8 down, and your 6 will go across and all the way across. And then what operation do? We multiply. Good job. I want you to see if you can solve these multiplication, and then we will check our answers. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check. I know I can do 6 times 3 and then add a 0 onto it, which gives me 180. If you got that, give yourself a cheer. Then I will go 8 times 6 is 48. If you got that, give yourself an extra big cheer. Then what do I do next? Oh, you're right. We're going to add them. All right. Let's move them off to the side and let's add them up. I know 8 plus 0 is 8, and 8 plus 4 is 12. I have to carry my 1, bring down my 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. If you got 228, give yourself a big old cheer. Good job, friends. Let's try another one. This time, we have 95 times 8. So we're going to write it as 90 plus 5, because that's how you get 95, times 8. You show me what the next step should be. If you took your numbers down and over, good job, good job. We know we take our 90 down and the 5 down, and then our 8 has to go all the way across. And we know that we're going to multiply. So go ahead and try to solve these multiplication problems, and then we'll check together. Alrighty, let's see. I know in this first box, I just have to go 8 times 9 and then add on a 0. That is 720. Then I go 8 times 5, which is 40. If you got both of those right, give yourself a pat on the back. Good job. What should we do next? Go ahead and show me. You're right, we need to add them. So I stacked them up on the side. 0 plus 0 is 0, 4 plus 2 is 6, and 7 plus nothing is 7. If you got 760, give yourself a big old cheer. Wow, good job.